very much indeed. Hello, I'm Alexander Armstrong, and a very warm welcome to Pointless, the game where you are always aiming for the lowest score. Let's meet today's players. And couple number one.
Hi, I'm Harry. This is my dad, Bob, and we're from London.
Couple number two.
Hi, I'm Vicky. This is my husband, Steve, and we're from Hampshire.
Couple number three.
Hi, I'm Claire. This is my husband, Peter, and we're from Stockton-on-Tees.
And finally, couple number four.
Hi, I'm Rosa. This is my sibling, Amber, and we're from Leicester.
And these are today's contestants. Thank you very much, all of you. A very, very warm welcome to Pointless. It's lovely to have you here. That just leaves one more person for me to introduce, a comedian and actor who was once the brand manager for a famous deodorant. I'm not sure what his general knowledge is like, but he smells amazing. It is my new Pointless friend. It's you, Dennis.
Hello. Thank you very much. Let me just check.
Ah,
Yep,
yes.
it's good.
It's good.
It's good.
Long-lasting,
Really
too.
long-lasting, up
Wow.
to 24 hours.
Crikey.
Brilliant. And welcome to all of you. 3 of the couples are all on their second show, and Vicky and Steve, you're on your first. So how are you feeling? Are you
A bit
nervous?
Yes.
Because Xander is quite fierce, actually, and unforgiving.
Terrifying. Yes.
Absolutely terrifying.
Uncompromising.
I'm quaking here. Just
Are you?
Yeah.
Just the sheer force of my aura.
Yeah.
Aura, that would be a great name for a 24-hour protection deodorant, not antiperspirant.
Yeah.
Aura.
I'm wearing aura. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Now, Olive and Aid got through to the final last time and they won the jackpot. So today's jackpot starts off back at £1,000. There it is. And as I said last time, it will grow. It grows very quickly in these shows. Now, if everyone's ready, let's play Pointless. Now, as ever, the pair with the highest score at the end of each round will be eliminated. If you don't wish to be that pair, and I won't blame you if you don't, just keep your scores low, and it will never happen. So best of luck to all 4 pairs. Our first category this afternoon is European cinema. Can you all decide in your pairs who's going to go first, who's going to go second? And whoever's going first, please step up to the podium. OK, and the question concerns films set in France. Hugh.
Yeah, so we're going to show you 14 clues to films that are wholly or partly set in France, along with their years of release and the initials of their title. So please tell us the name of the film that you think the fewest of our 100 people knew.
OK, so we are looking for these films set in France. Here is our first board of 7. A fashion photographer falls for a bookshop employee and convinces her to model for him in Paris. FF 1957. 2 British athletes from different backgrounds are determined to win at the 1924 Olympics in Paris. COF 1981. A prince who has been turned into a hideous monster falls in love with Belle. BATB 1991. Bohemian poet Christian begins an affair with a Parisian nightclub's biggest star. MR 2001. A murder at the Louvre leads Robert Langdon to uncover a religious conspiracy. TDVC 2006. Despite being born in poverty, singer Edith Piaf manages to achieve worldwide fame. LVER 2007. And after winning a raffle, Rowan Atkinson's character travels to Cannes. MBH 2007. There we are. Harry. Welcome back to Pointless.
Thank you.
Good to have you with us again. There must be things you didn't tell us before that you are burning to tell us now. I wonder what they might be.
The next few 12 months, I really want to go to Japan.
That'd be lovely. You've got to go in the spring, surely.
Yeah,
in
that's what I'm
blossom
gonna try to
season.
do.
Yeah.
Just love everything about Japan. The food,
Yeah.
the culture, the movies, Nintendo.
Everything, absolutely everything about it. Do you speak any Japanese?
I tried for a little bit, but no, not really.
No.
I'm struggling.
Now, what are you going to go for, Harry?
I might play it a little safe and go for Moulin Rouge.
OK, Moulin Rouge, Bohemian poet, Christian, etc. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Moulin Rouge. Moulin Rouge, absolutely right. That goes down to 15. Not a bad start, I must say. Decent low score there.
Yeah, very good. Of course, directed by Baz Luhrmann, the Australian filmmaker. Ewan McGregor and Nicole Kidman star. Kylie Minogue has a cameo as the Green Fairy, but the Green Fairy's scream provided by Ozzy Osbourne, which is a great fact, isn't it?
Thank you very much indeed, Hugh. Vicky,
Hello.
Welcome to Pointless. Great to
Thank
have you
you.
here. Tell us all about yourself.
I'm married to Steve. I work part-time in the public sector. We have a daughter, Esme, together, and a bull terrier called Bo.
Splendid. Where do you walk, Bo?
On our lovely common that lives, well, it's alongside where we live.
Very nice indeed. Vicky,
Yes.
films. Which of these films are you going to go for?
There's a couple there that I know, but I think I'm going to go for two British athletes from different backgrounds, which is Chariots of Fire.
Chariots of Fire, says Vicky. Let's see how many of our 100 said Chariots of Fire. Chariots of Fire, absolutely right. 15 is the only score we have so far. Chariots of Fire comes in at 30.
Yes, very good answer. So the two athletes were Harold Abrahams, who was a Jewish sprinter who faced anti-Semitism, and Eric Liddell, a devout Christian who refuses to run on Sundays, portrayed by Ben Cross and Ian Charlson, and it won the Best Picture at the Oscars.
Thank you very much indeed, Hugh. Peter, welcome back.
Hello there.
We didn't see enough of you last time.
No.
We said goodbye far too soon. That's not going to happen this time.
Right.
Is it?
Don't think so.
Good. Hooray.
Yeah.
Tell us more about yourself, Peter.
I'm an electrician at Hartlepool, as I said. I actually turned down tickets for Live Aid
Back in 1985?
in '85, yeah.
Oh, no.
I didn't think it would be any good, so...
You thought Live Aid, nah, what? It's going to be a live concert here and in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not really historic, is it?
It was
in any way?
pre-internet, so you didn't really know who was going to be on.
Well, that's true.
And it was too late then, once I knew who was on.
What were you picturing it was going to be?
It's just a few people on stage
So
and
you thought
a little concert
Howard
hall,
Jones
yeah.
and the Bell Stars.
Yeah.
You thought, I mean, really? Really?
Yeah.
Do you know what? I'm going to be perfectly honest, though. There are some gigs that I've much preferred watching on telly. You probably got the best of it. You know. There we are. There's your consolation. Peter, what are you going to go for here?
Well, there's a couple I was going to go for, and they've gone. So I'll go with Prince, who has been turned into a hideous monster, falls in love with Belle as Beauty and the Beast.
Beauty and the Beast, says Peter. Let's see how many of our 100 said Beauty and the Beast. Beauty and the Beast is right. 30 is our high score, 15 is our low, 53 for Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah, good answer. So 53. It was the first animated film to be nominated for Best Picture at the Oscars, but it lost to Silence of the Lambs. And it wasn't until 10 years later that the Academy finally created a category for Best Animated Feature.
There we go. Thank you very much indeed. Amber, welcome back. Great to have you with us again. Tell us more about yourself, Amber.
Well, I'm not sure if this board shows it, but I really like films. I try and go to the cinema like 2 or 3 times a week and see.
God, you really do
as
like
much-
films.
Yeah.
See, that's proper.
It's really well. There's always so much on that. If you go to like local theatres, they usually play like sort of different films, lots of
Yes.
different genres and stuff.
Well, listen, you can talk us through the board. I suspect these are more popular films, perhaps, than your taste.
Well, I think the Da Vinci Code. I don't know if the book was made into a film, but I think a comedian that me and Rosa really love has a whole routine about Mr. Bean. So I think I will go for the bottom one as Mr. Bean's Holiday.
Mr. Bean's Holiday. OK, should we find out how many of our 100 people said Mr. Bean's Holiday? Mr. Bean's Holiday is absolutely right. Well, 53 is our high score, 15 is our low, 23, not bad at all.
Yeah, very, very good. Very fine film.
Excellent film.
Bean's Holiday.
Should we have a little run down this board?
You were right. Actually, it is the Da Vinci Code, The Murder at the Louvre, and Robert Langdon uncovering a religious conspiracy. That would have got you 23 points. Edith Piaf manages to achieve worldwide fame in La Vie en Rose, which would have got you 4. But the best answer, Funny Face, in 1957.
Nice.
Scored you 1.
There we are. Well, thank you
Yeah,
very much
perfect.
indeed. Well, let's have a quick look at the scores. We're halfway through the round. I can tell you 15, the best score of the pass, Harry. Very well done indeed to you. And then we travel from 15 up to 23, where we find Amber and Rosa. From there to 30, Vicky and Steve. And then up to Claire and Peter on 53. Little bit ahead there. Claire, there's going to be a brilliant answer on that next board that's going to keep you in the game at the end of the round. So good luck with that in finding it. As we come back down the line, which we're about to do now, will the second players please step up to the podium? Let us put 7 more clues to films that are set in France up on the board. And here they are. A professional assassin is hired to kill French President Charles de Gaulle. TDOTJ, 1973. Quasimodo breaks his chains and saves Esmeralda from Frollo. THOND, 1996. Captain Miller travels behind enemy lines to retrieve the last survivor of 4 brothers. SPR, 1998. An imaginative young waitress decides to covertly help others find happiness. A, 2001. Remy teams up with a young worker at a famous restaurant to try and realize his dream of becoming a chef. R, 2007. Jean Valjean attempts to reform his life while being pursued by Inspector Javert. LM, 2012. And Ethan Hunt attempts to stop a group of terrorists who've obtained 3 plutonium cores. MIF, 2018. There we are. Rosa, welcome back. Great to have you among us one more time. Tell us more about yourself.
So when I'm not doing medicine, I like to do a lot of crafting. So I've started making earrings recently. I do a lot of scrapbooking.
See, that's exciting. So scrapbooking, these things you just collect, things you love. And
Yeah, I'm always collecting receipts and everything. And I've got,
Yeah.
so rather than keeping photo albums, I've got scrapbooks.
Fabulous. It's a really good way of remembering things.
Yeah.
The best diary I ever had was checkbook stubs. I found I could go back through
Yeah.
checkbook stubs and write, oh, I remember that. Oh, that was fun. Oh, not that night. Fabulous. How many scrapbooks have you got?
Oh, I think I started about 2018, so I've got about 5 years-ish
Yeah.
scrapbooks.
That's pretty impressive.
So, yeah.
Very good record.
Yeah.
Now, Rosa, you're on 23. We're looking at a target of 29 or less from you to stay in the game.
I think I'm going to go for Remy teams up with a young worker, and I'm going to say Ratatouille.
Ratatouille. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Ratatouille. Here is your red line. Ratatouille is right. And, oh, look at that, stops on 30, which means your total is 53, exactly the same as Claire and Peter's score at the moment.
Good answer. Ratatouille is directed by Brad Bird, who you may also know directed The Incredibles and The Incredibles 2.
Thank you very much indeed, Hugh. Now, Claire, welcome back. Great to have you with us again. Tell us more about yourself, Claire.
As I said last programme, I'm retired, so I was looking for something to do in my spare time, and I've taken up singing with a wellness choir.
Oh, no, that's wonderful. How often does the wellness choir get together?
It meets every Friday afternoon, but during term time, so we've just had our summer off and we're due to reconvert.
Singing is a terrific thing to do.
Yes, we really enjoy it.
Good for you. Now, you're on 53. You're currently joint high scorers, so we're looking for something very low from you.
OK, there are a few that I know, but I'm going to go for The Professional Assassin, Hired to Kill the French President, and I believe that's The Day of the Jackal.
The Day of the Jackal, says Claire. No red line for you. As I say, you're joint high scorers at the moment. Let's see how many of our 100 said The Day of the Jackal. It's right. Down it goes to 12. Very well done indeed. 65, your total.
Yes, very good answer. So it's based on the book by Frederick Forsyth, and it stars Edward Fox as an assassin who hides a gun in his crutch. He plays an invalid, doesn't he? And makes his way along the Champs-Élysées. Or wherever it is.
Ruthless he is.
He's ruthless.
Ruthless.
And we can't give the end away, can we?
No.
What happens? No.
No, he misses. No. Thank you very much indeed, Hugh. Now, Steve, welcome. Great to have you here.
Thank you.
Welcome to Pointless. Tell us all about yourself.
I'm Steve, obviously I'm married to Vicky. I'm a window cleaner, but we also do gutter cleans, emptying them out, pressure washing, driveways, patios and that.
Nice to be out there. Well, nice in certain seasons of the year.
Yeah, it's nice in the summer, but cold in the winter.
Fabulous. Steve, there you are on 30. If you can score 34 or less, you're through.
I'll go for Captain Miller, Saving Private Ryan.
Saving Private Ryan. Let's see if that's right. Let's see how many of our 100 people said it. Here is your red line. Saving Private Ryan is absolutely right. And it gets you through. Very well done. 25, taking your total up to 55.
Yeah, well done. So Tom Hanks played Captain Miller. No one playing Captain Armstrong. Should have been Captain Armstrong and Captain Miller. Yeah, they didn't even think of that.
They didn't even
could
think
have been
of it.
in that film.
Honestly, thoughtless.
Yeah, awful.
Thank you very much indeed. Bob, welcome back. Show 2.
Thank you.
From your 3 pointless shows.
Maybe just 2.
Oh, you think maybe this is the one where we cruise through to the final?
Unlikely, but you know.
I like that attitude, Bob. I like it very much indeed. So we discovered last time that you're a student. I mean, I'm guessing kind of just for fun.
Kind of fun, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I've got a wife and kids and a dog, so I have a real, serious part.
You do. When this finishes, what next?
I might do a PhD just for the sake
Of
of it.
course you will.
Yeah.
Will you take on the doctor, do you think, at the beginning
no.
of your name?
No.
You're
Again, it would just be for me.
It'd just be for you. Exciting. Now, Bob, you're the last person to have this board, so you can talk through all those as yet unanswered films.
Yeah, I was banking on the top one being available, but second one down is Hunchback of Notre Dame, Les Mis or Les Miserables, second one from the bottom, Mission Impossible something, and on the basis we agreed that it's all or nothing, I'm going to go for one which I think is wrong, which is the middle one, and say Amélie.
Amélie. Shall we find out if it's wrong? Here is your red line. It absolutely is Amélie. Wonderful film. And it gets you through. Down it goes to 8. Fantastic work. Taking your total up to 23.
Yeah, well done. So the film starred Audrey Tautou as the title character.
I've got an Audrey tattoo.
Yeah. Have you? And Audrey knows, does she? And is pleased about it. Yeah. But Audrey Tautou went on to have international recognition, amongst other things, in a film which has also been on the previous board, which was the Da Vinci Code.
What about these other ones?
Well, Quasimodo Breaks His Chains is indeed, as you said, The Hunchback of Notre Dame. That would have got you 37. You were also right with Les Mis, Les Miserables, which would have got 15. And the bottom one, you said Mission Impossible something. It was Mission Impossible Fallout, and that would have scored 4.
Thank you very much indeed. And that brings us to the end of our first round. It means we have to say goodbye to our first pair. Claire and Peter, 65 is not a high score, but there we are. This is where we part ways for this show. We'll see you again next time for your third and final attempt at the Pointless Trophy. So we'll look forward to that. Claire and Peter. But for the remaining 3 pairs, now time for round 2. Well done, everybody. We've arrived in round 2, and what a round it's going to be, especially because we've got Bob, our low scorer, in it. Well done, Bob. And Bob and Harry, our lowest combined scorers. So great work on the near podium, but great work, everybody. That was a really fun round. Best of luck to all 3 pairs. Our category for round 2 is words. Can you all decide in your pairs who's going to go first, who's going to go second? And whoever's going first, please step up to the podium. OK, let's find out what the question is. Here it comes. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many 3-letter words beginning with B as they could. Hugh.
Yeah, so we're looking for any word found in the app version of the Chambers Dictionary that begins with the letter B and is exactly 3 letters long. As ever, we're not going to accept capitalised words, such as trademarks, or any entries that appear as hyphenated words or 2-word phrases or have apostrophes. And we're not including anything that's only an abbreviation. OK, and this is up to June 2023.
Thank you very much indeed, Hugh. So, Bob.
Bop.
Bop. Should we find out how many of our 100 people said bop? $21 for bop.
Yeah, very well done. So, in the musical sense, the term dates from the late 1940s and died out about 10 years ago, although you and I are still using it on a regular basis.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And I intend to for many years to come.
Of course.
Thank you very much indeed. Now, Steve.
Bug.
Bug, says Steve. Let's see how many of our 100 people said bug. Bug is right. 21 is the only score we have at the moment. 33 for bug.
Bug is a very good answer. I wonder if you put it because you find a lot of them in gutters. Do you? Is that what you're thinking?
Now, Rosa.
Yes.
3-letter words beginning with B.
There's one that I'm thinking of. I'm not sure if it would actually be in the dictionary, but I might just go for it. So I think I'm going to say bot.
Bot, says Rosa. Let's see how many of our 100 people said that. Bot. Very much in the dictionary. 21 is our low score, 33 is our high. There you are, past the high score, 32 for bot.
Yeah, so, very good, 32. Bot has 2 distinct meanings, both of which are acceptable. So a computer program designed to perform a routine task, and that's, the normal parlance, isn't it? Otherwise, it's a maggot that's parasitic to horses.
Right, and an informal word for bum.
And an informal word for bum.
Thank you very much indeed, Hugh. Well, before we come back down the line, let's have a quick look at those scores. 21, the best score of the pass. Very well done indeed, Bob. Bob and Harry looking supreme. Then we travel up to 32, where we find Rosa and Amber, and then up just one from there to 33, where we find Steve and Vicky. So, Vicky, you're very much of a muchness with Amber and Rosa, but a lovely low score from you could see you into the head-to-head. So good luck with that. We're going to come back down the line now. Will the second players please step up to the podium? So, Amber, remember, we are looking for three-letter words that begin with the letter B.
Yeah, I'm going to say what I think is a real word, and I haven't just imagined it, which is bib.
Bib. Bib. Let's see if it's a real word. I think it is. Let's see how many of our 100 people said it. You sort of get a notional red line. It's sort of on the point of pointless. Bib, absolutely right. Down it goes to 10, taking your total up to 42.
Yeah, so quite right. Bib is a word. It's a kind of napkin that you stick in here. It's for children to stop them getting covered in food.
Thank you very much indeed. Now, Vicky, you are on 33. We're looking for a score of 8 or less from you.
I'm going to go for BAM.
BAM.
Yeah.
Very good. As in wham,
Bam.
thank you, ma'am.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Let's see how many of our 100 people said BAM. There is your red line. Nine. You needed 8, you got 9. Takes your total up to 42. So you're absolutely tied with Rosa and Amber.
So BAM, I mean, we know the phrase, the word BAM from wham, bam, thank you, ma'am, as you said, but actually on its own, BAM is a hoax or a false tale.
Thank you very much indeed. I like that. Oh, it's just a BAM.
Yeah.
I'm going to adopt it. Harry, you're on 21. We're looking for a score of 20 or less from you.
I think I'm going to go for boa.
Boa. Shall we see how many of our 100 people said boa? Here is your red line. Boa is right. Very well done indeed. You are through. Down it goes to 3, taking your total up to 24. Fantastic work.
Yes, well done. A boa is, of course, a large South American snake. An extension of the word to mean a snake-like wrap of fur or feathers that you put round your neck comes from the early 19th century.
Thank you very much. Well, this is exciting here, Hugh. You are here to witness a tie. We have to find a winner between Amber and Rosa and Vicky and Steve. We take the pair nearest the column first, and Vicky and Steve, you put your heads together and see if you can come up with an answer, and then we'll go to Amber and Rosa to do the same.
Boo.
Boo.
Boo, B-O-O.
Yeah.
Yes.
OK, Amber and Rosa, what are you going to go for?
We're going to say bow, as in a bow bun.
Bow, B-A-O.
B-A-O.
So, we have boo and bow. Vicky and Steve went for boo. Let's see how many of our 100 said that. Boo is right. Down it goes to 12. Not bad. 54, your new total. Meanwhile, Amber and Rosa have gone for bow, B-A-O. There is your red line. Get below that, you are into round 2. Let's see how many of our 100 said bow. Oh, bad luck. Bad luck. Amber and Rosa will discover in a moment why that's wrong. I'm afraid that scores you 100 points. Hugh.
Yeah, no, that's absolutely gutting, I think, because bow is a word, I think, which will subsequently appear probably in the Chambers app dictionary, but hasn't made it into that publication yet, because you are ahead of language. It will clearly be in future editions.
It will now.
Yeah, it will be now, because you'll write a letter of complaint. And so
well, people watching on Challenge will be going, what are you talking about? Of course it's here.
Yeah, so that is absolutely gutting. I feel very, very sorry for you, but we can't allow bow.
Thank you very much. What other words were there?
Yeah, pointless answers you could have gone for. So back is a pointless answer. Bez, who's obviously in the Happy Mondays, but also means the second branch of a deer's horn.
Amazing.
I mean, amazing. And bis, a musical term, a direction for a section that should be repeated. There's bore, bows, and bub, which is a small baby or a child. And there are tons of them. There's burr, buys. Buys is the plural of the word buy.
Well, thank you very much
Well,
indeed,
you're welcome.
Hugh. That brings us to the end of our second round. It means we have to say goodbye to one of our pairs, though. Amber and Rosa, it is you. I'm so sorry about Bow. I can only apologise for the Chambers app not being as up to speed as you are. We will see you next time, and we'll look forward to that very much indeed. Amber and Rosa, thank you very much indeed. But for our two remaining pairs, it is now time for the head-to-head. Congratulations, Harry and Bob, Vicky and Steve. You are one step closer to the final and a chance to play for the jackpot, which currently stands at £1,000. But before we start playing the head-to-head, we're going to see if we can find a couple of pointless answers and throw some more money into that jackpot. So here goes. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many fictional elves as they could, Hugh.
Yeah, fictional elves. Now, you're going to see 6 options. 4 are the names of elves in works of fiction, 2 of which are scoring, and 2 are pointless. And 2 aren't fictional elves at all. And there's £250 in the jackpot for each pointless answer. So the very best of luck.
Thank you very much indeed. So can you find the 2 pointless elves from these 6? Gil-galad, Borba, Declan McManus, Kissy, Papa Elf, and Prince Nuada. There we have. If anyone knows anything, now is a good time to share your knowledge because it's in everyone's interest to
I
find it.
don't know.
No?
No idea.
In which case, Harry and Bob.
No.
What are you going to go for?
Kissy is an elf in a programme, I'm pretty sure.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, we know Patrick.
Oh, I think. I'll go for Kissy.
Kissy. Say Harry and Bob. Let's see if that is a fictional elf who is pointless. Kissy is a fictional elf. And it's a pointless fictional elf. So very, very well done indeed. Vicky and Steve, can you find the other pointless fictional elf?
What should we go for?
You choose.
We'll go for Gil-galad.
Gil-galad. Should we find out if Gil-galad is a pointless elf? Gil-galad is an elf. And, sticks on 1. Still a great answer.
So close. Yes. So Gil-galad is one of the elf kings in Middle-earth in Tolkien's Lord of the Rings. Very well done. And Kissy is Cassandra the elf from the animated series Disenchantment. So very well done there. Sander, can you clear the board? What do
Can
you
I?
think? Yeah.
Well, I'm not sure. No, I mean, total guess. Declan McManus, I think, is an elf.
Do you?
Yeah. Am I right?
No, you're not.
No,
Declan McManus is Elvis Costello. That's his real name.
Of course it is.
Yeah.
I think Borba isn't an elf.
That's correct. Borba isn't an elf. Borba, a man called Scott Vincent Borba, co-founded ELF Cosmetics with Joseph Sharma, and ELF is short for Eyes, Lips, Face, and is pronounced elf. So, which leaves us with the pointless answer.
Prince Nuada's got to be the pointless answer.
That is indeed the pointless answer, yeah. He is an elfish prince played by Luke Goss from Bros. He's the main villain in Hellboy 2.
Wow.
The Golden Army.
Brilliant.
Which leaves us with just one, and that's Papa Elf from the film Elf, played by Bob Newhart.
There we are.
Yeah.
Fabulous. Well, thank you, Hugh, and well done. We managed to find 1 pointless answer, which means we can add £250 to today's jackpot, taking the total up to £1,250. But who'll be playing for it? Well, let's find out in the head-to-head. Now, the first pair to win 2 questions will be playing for that jackpot. You are now allowed to confer. Here is your first question, and it concerns cultural and religious items worn on the head, Hugh.
Yeah, so we are going to show you 5 pictures of things worn on the head in various religions and cultures. We're going to give you the alternate letters in their names. So could you please give us the most obscure of these headdresses and head coverings?
Thank you very much indeed. So let's reveal our 5 head coverings, and here they come. We have A, HJB. B, ZCHTO. C, KPA. D, MTE. And E, TRA. There we are. Now, Harry and Bob, you're our low scorers, so you get to go first.
We're going to go for D, mitre, M-I-T-R-E.
Mitre, say Harry and Bob. Now, Vicky and Steve, can you talk us through that board?
No.
A is hijab. B, I don't know. Any ideas?
Not a clue.
No. C, not great on either. And E is obviously a turban.
Go for A.
We'll go for the hijab. A, please.
You're going to go for hijab A. So we have mitre and hijab. Harry and Bob went for mitre. Let's see how many of our 100 said mitre for D. Mitre is right. 54 for mitre. Meanwhile, Vicky and Steve have gone for A, hijab. Let's see how many of our 100 said hijab. Hijab is right. 70 for hijab, and that means Harry and Bob, after one question, you're up 1-0.
OK, so Xander, do you know any of these?
No.
B is zucchetto.
Zucchetto.
4, that would have got you. C,
Kippah.
Kippah, yeah, also known as the yarmulke, and that would have scored 6. E, I think, is fairly obvious.
Yeah, that's a turban.
That's a turban, yeah, and that scored 69.
Thank you very much indeed, Hugh. OK, now here comes your second question. Vicky and Steve, you get to answer this one first. Our second question is all about M for musicians. Hugh.
Right, this is an audio round. We're going to play you clips of 5 UK top 40 singles by bands or artists whose names begin with the letter M. So please name the musicians the fewest of our 100 new.
OK, so it's a music round, so we have 5 tracks to listen to. Here is our first track, track A. Here is track B. Here is track C. Here is track D. And track E. OK, so Vicky and Steve, what are you going to go for?
Yeah.
We're going to go for E, which is Miley Cyrus.
Miley Cyrus, say Vicky and Steve. Now, Harry and Bob.
I think we were going to go for E, actually, so I think we lost this one. D, Moby.
OK, D, Moby. Yeah. So you have Miley Cyrus and Moby. Vicky and Steve went for Miley Cyrus. Let's see how many of our 100 said that for E. Miley Cyrus, absolutely right. 29 for Miley Cyrus. Meanwhile, Harry and Bob have gone for Moby for track D. Let's see how many of our 100 said Moby. Moby is right. It's got to beat 29. Yeah, and it does. Oh, wow, it does a bit. By more than a bit. Down it goes to 15. Very well done indeed. And that means Harry and Bob, after only 2 questions, you're straight through to the final, 2-0.
Yeah, and you'll be very, very pleased that you were forced to take that answer. Because you would, I think, have gone for Miley Cyrus. So that was Flowers by Miley Cyrus, spent 10 weeks at number 1 in 2023. And Moby, Porcelain, number 5 in 2000. How are you on the others?
Yeah, A was Madonna.
Yep.
There we go.
Yeah.
Material Girl.
Material Girl, which would have got you 59.
Yes. B was Madness.
It was indeed Madness with Baggy Trousers, which would have got you 62.
Wow.
And the last one
was Marvin Gaye.
Was Marvin Gaye. And that would have scored you 39, yeah. Number 1 in 1969. It was the first and only UK number 1 he had in his lifetime.
Fantastic. Thank you very much indeed, Hugh. And that brings us to the end of our head-to-head round. It means we have to say goodbye to one of our pairs, Vicky and Steve. That is you. I thought you had a little reprieve there with Miley Cyrus. But I'm afraid not. We'll see you again next time, though.
Thank you.
I look forward to that very much. But thanks very much, Vicky and Steve. For Harry and Bob, though, it's now time for the Pointless Final. Well, congratulations, Harry and Bob. You've fought off all the competition and you have won our coveted Pointless trophy. You now have a chance to win the Pointless jackpot. And at the end of today's show, the jackpot is standing at £1,250. There it is. Well, you were beaten in the head-to-head last time. This time, absolutely haven't put a foot wrong. What would you like to see come up in this last round?
Countries is normally quite good. Just weird countries.
Countries, Test cricket,
Oh, yeah. Football.
70s rock music.
Yeah.
OK. Well, listen, all kinds of bases here. There'll be 4 things appearing. Let's hope one of those lands in something you feel comfortable with. Here they are. We've got Fiddler on the Roof, the 2023 FA Cup Finals, Commonwealth countries, detective stories. What are we thinking?
Why does it say finals? What, you're not too sure about the FA Cup final?
Yeah, I mean, that would be the obvious one, but I don't know what that means. So maybe
Yeah,
Commonwealth,
why is it plural?
Commonwealth countries.
Yeah, OK, sure, yeah.
I think we're going to go, because he said countries, we're going to have to go with Commonwealth countries.
Commonwealth countries.
Commonwealth countries it is. So we are looking for the name of the main unit of currency used in any Commonwealth country as of May 2023. And this is according to the CIA World Fact Book. Is that a document you trust?
Absolutely.
The CIA World Fact Book.
Yeah.
Or we are looking for the name of any national capital of any Commonwealth country as of May 2023 that is, by definition, an island country. That is, it has no land border with any other country. And by national capital, we mean the capital city of any country that is the member of the UN in its own right. The very best of luck to you in the studio and everyone playing along at home.
Thank you very much indeed. Now, as always, you've got up to 1 minute to come up with 3 answers. All you need to win that jackpot is for just one of those answers to be pointless. 3 pointless answers, and we'll throw in a £500 bonus. Are you ready? Let's put 60 seconds up on the clock. There they are. Your time starts now.
Island nations, yeah. I was just thinking about the Pacific, but I'm not 100% sure what any of these capitals. I think I know some of them, but I get mixed up with the countries. Like Sanam, I think, or was that a country or a capital? Sanam or Nauru. I think those are countries, aren't they?
Sanam is not a country.
Oh. Palau isn't a country as well, isn't it?
Yeah, that is. Any African countries? Well, there has to be island nations. So
What's
Caribbean.
Yeah, Caribbean. Right.
Yeah, I mean,
Antipodean, yeah. Not Antipodean. Seychelles? Is that Port Louis or Port Louis?
Mali is the capital. Maldives is the Seychelles.
Well, either one is fine, yeah.
Let's go with those 2 capitals.
Okay, but I'm not really sure of any of them. What, you said that Nauru wasn't a country? Yeah.
Let's go with that.
That is your time up. Let's have your 3 answers.
So I think they're all in the bottom category. So I don't know if it's in the Commonwealth, but we're going to go for Port Moresby.
Port Moresby.
Port Moresby, yeah. Mali, M-A-L-E.
Mali.
Yeah. And
Sanam.
yeah.
Sanam.
Yeah.
Sanam.
And Sanam.
Yeah.
Could you just spell Sanam?
Okay, I'm going to go for, I think it's S-A-N apostrophe A-M.
There's an apostrophe in there for sure.
OK, of those 3, which is your best shot at a pointless answer, do you think?
Mali.
The second one.
OK, Mali.
Yeah.
Least likely to be pointless.
Sanam.
Sanam, and then Port Moresby within the middle. OK, well, let's put those answers up on the board in that order, and here they are. We have got Sanam, Port Moresby, and Marley. Well, any of these could be pointless and could win you £1,250. If that were to be the case, what would you like to do with it, Harry?
Well, I'd like to go travelling around Japan, as I said earlier.
Very good.
Make a long summer out of it if I can.
Perfect. Bob?
I'll have to ask my wife.
Absolutely the right answer.
And the dog.
There we are. OK, well, listen, let's put them to the test. Sanam is your first answer. Let's see if it's right. Let's see how many of our 100 people said it. We're looking for capitals of Commonwealth island nations. Sanam. No, I'm afraid an incorrect answer. Let's not dwell on that. Let's move immediately on to Port Moresby, and let's see how many of our 100 people said Port Moresby. Is it right? Is it pointless? No bad luck, not Port Moresby. So everything is now riding on your third and final answer, Marley. Let's find out if this is the answer that's going to win you that jackpot of £1,250. Is it pointless, Marley? It's right. Key factor in being pointless. It has to be right. Down we go through the 30s and the 20s with Marley, through the teens, into single figures, still going down with Marley, still going down. Have you done it? Yes, you have! Very well done indeed. Huge congratulations. Marley was a pointless answer, and it has just won you £1,250. Brilliant.
Yes, well done. And Malé is the capital of the Maldives. Maldives. So I think you were probably thinking of Sana'a, which is a capital. It's the capital of Yemen, but unfortunately isn't a Commonwealth country, and it also has a land border.
Yeah.
Port Moresby is the capital of a Commonwealth country, Papua New Guinea, but that shares a land border. So let's have a look at some of the other pointless answers, starting with currencies of Commonwealth countries. So you could have had the CD, which is the currency of Ghana, the Leone, which is the of Sierra Leone, the Ringgit, or Ringgit, which is the currency of Malaysia, the Vatu, and that's the currency of Vanuatu. And there were loads and loads of pointless answers. In fact, everything was pointless, apart from the pound, the dollar, the euro, the rupee, the naira, the rand, the shilling, and the franc. On the capitals, here are some pointless answers. You could have had Funafuti, which is the capital of Tuvalu, Malé, which you got, the Maldives, Port of Spain, Trinidad and Tobago, Valletta, which is the capital of Malta. The only scoring ones actually were Canberra, Kingston, Wellington, Bridgetown, capital of Barbados, Kingstown, capital of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Nassau, which is the capital of the Bahamas, Singapore, and Victoria, which is the capital of the Seychelles. So, well done, and very well done at home if you got a pointless answer.
Thanks very much indeed, Hugh, and thanks once again to our winning players, Harry and Bob, who take away today's jackpot of £1,250. Well done. Join us next time when we'll be putting more obscure knowledge to the test on Pointless. Meanwhile, it's goodbye from Hugh.
Goodbye.
And it's goodbye from me. Goodbye.